So, this live stream is going to be me reading all my poems and stories and this book I found that I wrote in third grade. Okay, so in my last video, I was talking about reading all my stories and poems, but I was going to ask you guys, but then I decided not to and just to do it because I wanted to. Um, so, let's just do this. I don't know if any of my friends are gonna watch, but hello. Uh, so let's do this. This book is called All About Me, and there's an owl because I loved owls in third grade. I still do. I love owls. Some badly drawn moon. All about me. Mustaches. There's a picture of me when I started third grade. This book is dedicated to Mrs. Springs and to my class of third grade. My family was a big inspiration. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Blank page? Fish that have nothing to do with this story. Okay. My family. My family is made up of people who like to laugh, love me, and like to tackle each other. Okay, my family likes to laugh when we are together. I know my family likes, I know my family, wait, what? I know my family loves me because they tell me we love to tackle each other and play with each other. Me and my little brother made up a game called Tackle Daddy. We don't play that anymore because we're old. My family loves me so much, and I sometimes takes me and my brother Will to get ice cream. He calls PJs skibbies, and he calls his pajama pants happy pants. I don't know if he still does that. He, um, hey, and he is loud, rude, and likes to listen to music. Once to music all day. He also loves me and hugs me every day. He is awesome. Yeah, if you hear voices in the background, Will has a friend over right now, so that may be why. My big brother is a very good actor, funny sometimes, and a good babysitter. My big brother is a very good actor. He is in plays all the time at his school. He is funny when my mom and dad are not around. He is good at babysitting because he plays with me. He is a good brother. Yeah. My mother is a nurse, crafty and caring. My mom is a nurse for babies and goes every weekend. She is old and weighs only 100 pounds. Weighs 100 pounds and she is not proud of it. Not proud of it! I never get to see her, but I love her so much. My family pets are very nice. Coco is a Labradoodle. She is so smart, and I love her. Alfred is my family cat. He is a good cat, and I am thankful for my pets. My family is quite unique. I am thankful that. Oh, also, this is Alfred and this is Coco. But really drawing. I wasn't good at drawing animals. The Lord chose. Okay, hold on. I am thankful that the Lord chose me to be a part of their lives. Lives. Okay. I was born on January 14, 2005. Since then, some very important things have happened. I was about 2 years old. This is what I said. You've reached the ottoman. We seriously have this now. It's really embarrassing, and my mom will because she says she wants to save it. But how do you save it? I went to school for the first time. The first time in second grade with friends at school. I'm going to spend the night at the zoo with my third grade class, my friends. I love the me that God created me to be. And that was that. We all had to draw like what we looked like as what we thought it looked like as a baby, a toddler, now, and a teenager. So, yeah. And I am. Guess this is a baby. I am nice and hopeful. I wonder if animals go to heaven. I hear the wind. I see the trees. I want to pull. Still do. I am nice and hopeful. I pretend to have powers. That was me as a child. I pretended to have powers all the time. I feel my fuzzy blanket. I touch my stuffed animals. I worry. I am nice and hopeful. I understand how to take care of myself. I believe in some of my friends. Just kidding. I believe in you. I dream about going to a faraway land. I try to be the best student I can be. I hope I can have another sleepover with my friend. I am nice and hopeful. Woo! When I grow up. The animals all sing. Sorry, guys, it's taking a long. Dun, 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 dun. A giraffe. Me feeding a giraffe. Wow. See, the giraffe says connect. So connect. I don't know if you guys can still see this. Should I keep reading? Okay. Animals too. I love to take care of animals, and this job allows me to do that every day. When I grow up, I want to use the gifts that God has given me. I actually work at I volunteer at a place that helps dogs. Yeah, I'm a good person, right? Woo. The moon, cedar trees, an owl hooting, the wind in my hair, hot chocolate, it's time to sleep. Guess this is a poem. It says outside at night with a picture of an owl, stars, moon, me holding a cup of something, probably hot cocoa, hot chocolate, and a tree. Yay! My favorite season. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys saw this, but here's a giraffe. Here's the picture, the poem thing. And now my favorite season. My favorite season of the year is summer. I love summer because my family and I get to go to the pool. Woohoo! We love to splash each other. It also is a season that school is out and I get to play with my friends. I love summer and I enjoy spending quality time with my family. Yay! And there's me. There's me splashing my brother, splashing each other. And my favorite Bible verse, Psalms 23:4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. That's a good Bible verse. Our zoo snooze! Yay! The giraffe would have been better for this. On May 7th and 8th, I went to the zoo snooze. At the zoo with my entire primary 3 class. I enjoy so many things about the trip. Oh, by the way, primary 3 is grade 3, because 3rd grade, because I don't know, our school did that for some reason. When we were looking at the crocodiles, one came up out of the water and started to growl at us. But when more people came over, the crocodile looked like a statue. I remember that. It's traumatizing. Just kidding. It was actually pretty cool. I got to see a bullfrog up close, and I saw the frog go croak. It was really big. I was really surprised. I also got to go into the aviary. There was a red parrot right above my head. I got to see a tiny little green parrot when the feeding lady came by. I loved the zoo snooze. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we made up a game called Bloody Murderer. That was a fun game. So I just remember somebody screaming, "Bloody murderer!" It was kind of like tag. We just ran around and tagged each other, and like if you got tagged, you died or something, and you screamed "bloody murderer" the whole time. It was really fun, and then it was really loud, and the person was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys gotta stop!" Ah! So yeah, then we stopped. It was fun though. And we stayed up till like 10, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, we stayed up so late." Yeah. Now I stay up till like 6 o'clock. Woo. And we played it all night. What an exaggeration. It was so fun. Then me and my friend sleeping. This is when I was going into 3rd grade. I was going into 3rd grade, and our teacher asked us to write what we want to learn about. I said, today is the first day of school. 3rd grade, really. I am 9 years old, and my teacher's name is friend. This year, I would like to learn about. I don't want to learn a doubt. I want to learn about. See, that's why I have dyslexia. Look at that. Look at that. Dyslexic right there. Insects. A doubt. Birds, and a doubt the Underground Railroad. That was an interesting subject. I remember that. Wow. I said a doubt. Oh my gosh. Oh, the last day of school. That was a sad day. 3rd grade at school has been truly amazing. When I close my eyes, the top 3 things I remember are my teacher waving, insects, and JD song. The JD song. Jefferson Davis. Our class made up that song, and it went JD, dun, 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 President of the Confederacy. And yeah, he basically just repeated that. It was a fun song. I pray that intermediate 1, which would be grade 4, 4th grade, will be even more exciting. I trust that it will be, because my God is faithful. Woohoo! And then here's my class. It's me. Then there's me again. And yeah. Woohoo! None of my friends are watching. Hello, world. No. What next? Oh, this is a short story I wrote. Okay, so some of my stories, they will be cut off because I never finished stories when I was little, unless it was for a school project. Then I finished them, and that's the only time. It's the only time. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, let's read this. Once upon a time, there lived a phoenix whose name was Cora, and she loved to fly. Oh, also, in 4th grade, I loved mythical animals, so yeah, it's probably when I wrote this. Fly. She flew over mountains and fields, rivers and valleys. One day, Cora was flying over a river, and saw a baby Pegasus. She got the baby Pegasus and took her home. When she got there, it started to rain. That was close, said Cora. Yep, said the Pegasus. I don't know why they're scared of some rain or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that was something I was scared of then. Cora was surprised. Cora was surprised. Then Cora said, "Let's go for a fly." But it's raining. It's raining. Okay, said the Pegasus. I thought they didn't want to get wet. So they flew and flew until they were lost. I think we're lost, said the Pegasus. Okay, when I was this age, I loved like those obvious to the reader, but then somebody's just like, "Oh, we're lost," and then just, well, that's obvious. I love that kind of stuff, said Cora. Then it started to rain again. What? I thought it was raining already. And yeah, that's the end of the story. So we never find out what happens. They're lost and in the rain. This story I actually wrote this year, but I'm not going to read it yet. What am I going to read? You know what? Why not? Haiku poetry. This was last year. Haikus must be about nature and blah blah blah. A turtle, written by Emma. The turtle moved slow, not quite as fast as a hare, fast as it may go. Woohoo! Dead plant. Dead, but frail. Buzzy bees buzz round it, but a little life. Oh, Christmas tree, too green to be real, round and round the ribbon goes. Is it real at all? Hey, I like that one. The lonely plant. Okay, lonely is the plant. What a small little patch. So lonely was it. Okay. Rock. Very hard, rocky. On the ground, so round. In the dirt, it sits. I think it sits maybe. It sits. Nature dancing. The trees bend far down. The wind rushes through the trees. The trees start dancing. Woohoo! That was so poetic. Love it. What do we have here? Just science. Love science stuff. Yay. Giraffes. We had to draw like 2 different types of spots on the giraffe. It's fun. Pajama day. Let's read this. Pajama day. On pajama day, everyone wore pajamas. Some didn't wear pajamas. But everyone in our class did. It wasn't hot outside, so most people wore long pants. 2 people in the other teacher's class didn't wear pajamas, just normal uniform. I remember walking into school and sitting down at my desk to head my paper, but instead of feeling uncomfortable like usual, I felt very comfortable. So comfortable that I wanted to fall asleep. After about 5 minutes, my friend walked in. She was wearing a puppy long sleeve shirt with puppy pants. I love your pajamas, I said. They are so cute. I said as she walked in. Thanks. I like yours too, my friend said in return. Then one of my other friends walked in. She was wearing owl pants and a white t-shirt. Girl, I love your pants, I said. Me too, my other friend said. I like yours too, my narwhal t-shirt and flowery pants. Later, we had lunch. I don't think anyone was hot. I also think everyone had a great day. And there's my class in their pajamas. There's my narwhal shirt and my flowery pants. Woohoo. What else do I have? This is just paper. Picture. Narration. That's boring. Then this, I could read my lions thing. This is a report did on lions. Woo! Lioness's job. Female lions hunt for the pride, and the males eat first. That's just wrong. Most of the time, females hunt together to take down the prey easier. One chases it down and the others bring it down. Prides. Lions are not loners. They live in prides. They hunt, protect, and care for their young. Prides claim territory and fight those who come in their territory. They will cast out male babies when they are about 3 or 4. They will find a new pride, or they will join a coalition. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Food chain. Lions are at the top of the food chain. They can hunt anything, even humans. Lions are never possible prey. They are carnivorous and have very large teeth. Okay, well this is folded down, so I'm just gonna fold it back. Well, what else we got? I'm gonna get my glasses. Yeah. Okay. These are instructions that I had to do. The bumper sticker. I'll read this story. I was walking into Target one day and I saw a car with an I Heart Dogs bumper sticker on it. The bumper sticker was shaped like a dog bone. The car was a bright kind of purple with a smashed in front. The hubcaps on the car were red. The car was a Jeep, I think, and its license plate said it was from Oklahoma. The whole thing seemed old and dirty. Okay, so this isn't a real story. This is like a made up story our teacher did to get, I don't know, to make us be descriptive and stuff. So that's what this is. It's not a real car, I don't think. Hope not. The whole thing seemed old and dirty. As I walked along the side of the car, I saw inside. In the back seat was a giant cat. So they had an I Heart Dog sticker, and then inside they had a cat that looked like it could eat a dog. The seats in the car were ripped and torn, which was probably the cat's doing. I also saw 2 dead mice and live butterflies that were flying against the window, trying to escape. Shriveled leaves and flowers littered the floor of the bright purple Jeep. In the front seat there was a stuffed animal, which I think was a dog. Well, there's the dog, I thought. Just then, the owner of the car jumped up at me. The owner of the car came up to me. The owner was tall and lanky with pink hair and a rope tied around his head. His clothes were bright and colorful and his skin was sunburned. "Do you like dogs?" he asked. "I guess," was my unsure reply. "Well, save the cats!" He shouted. Then he leapt into his car and drove away. Hope I never see that car again, I thought. The end! Yay! Woo! And then I got an 18, which is like the highest. I'm not bad at this. Okay, this was a news report we had to do for my class. It's called The Italy Times, Galileo the Rebel. Breaking news! Galileo is conducting experiments to prove Aristotle and Ptolemy's theories wrong. Wait, hold on. Let me just set the mood for a news report. Do I have a hairbrush somewhere? I do! What was that? Oh, it's the charger. I have a hairbrush. Yay. I get to be a news reporter. Let me just set this up. And I need, where'd the paper go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, it's taking kind of like a long time to just set this up. Okay. The Italy Times, Galileo the Rebel. Breaking news! Galileo is conducting experiments to prove Aristotle's and Ptolemy's theories wrong. No one has dared go against the philosophers since Copernicus wrote on the revolutions of the celestial spheres. When he was a teacher at the University of Pisa, he proved Aristotle's idea about falling objects wrong, and that heavy objects won't fall faster than lighter ones. When the telescope was invented, Galileo also proved that the other planets didn't revolve around the Earth, they actually revolved around the sun. Recently, Galileo was put under house arrest for writing his second book, Dialogue on the Two Chief Worlds Dialogue on the Two Chief World Systems. In Italian, his first book, The Starry Messenger, was a very big success, and Galileo sort of got the church into all of his theories about the stars. The church didn't like him disagreeing with Aristotle. When Galileo was put under house arrest, he was still studying the stars. That's all for this report. Join us next week and learn what Aristotle thinks about all this. Emma, reporter of the Italy Times, out. How's that? That was fun. I liked that. That was fun to do. What do I have here? Oh, I have a whole story that's a whole 300 something words. You ready to read? No, more like 600. Whoa. Are you ready? Okay. It's called, I obviously wrote this in 4th grade because it's about mythical animals. It's called The Adventures in Sun Muna Valley. Once upon a time, there was a valley with all the mythical animals you could dream of, and more. The ruler was the magical black lion. His black coat was gleaming as his red eyes watched the valley below. The valley below, yeah. The valley was bright with clear blue lakes and puddles of water. All the animals ate grass instead of meat. Beautiful plants and flowers sprouted everywhere. Everywhere you looked. Even the moon shone bright at night. The black lion named the valley Sun Muna Valley. The trees grew so high they touched the clouds. At the edge of every water source were lilies of all colors. Waterfalls fell glistening in the bright sunlight. One day, a little dragon named Wiggle was roaming around. A Pegasus family found him and took him in. Wiggle's mom and dad died when he was just an egg. In the Pegasus family, there was mom, a dad, 2 boys and one girl, not including Wiggle. Wiggle's favorite was the girl, Violet. Violet taught Wiggle how to fly. That's cool. Sorry, I'm reading so slow. I haven't read this in forever. Oh, wait, like to fly. I didn't finish the page. Wiggle was neon pink, so everybody but Violet laughed at him. Violet rather liked the color. Violet was a purple Pegasus. That's why her parents named her Violet, of course. Her eyes were the color of the clear blue lakes in the valley. Violet's name, Mane, I was like, what? I mixed that up, was pink, but not as pink as the color of Wiggle's. Wiggle. One fateful day, a stranger rolled into the valley. And, I mean, literally rolled, in quotation marks. He was small and yellow. His name was Petrie, or was it? He was plump and fat, like a chip, plump and fat, like a chipcorn, which is a mythical animal like a chipmunk with a unicorn horn. Okay. Actually gonna read it like this because I can't read it off the screen of the phone. Okay. Unicorn horn. There were few animals that noticed him. Violet and Wiggle were just happened to be walking by the chipcorn part of town when they saw it. Petrie was mind controlling all the chipcorns with his horn. What did I come up with? A little bug, a mint eater bug to be exact, with mint colored wings, was hurrying away from the chipcorn area. Her name was Minty. Minty, Wiggle, and Violet became fast friends. Violet and Wiggle took Minty to their house behind the biggest waterfall in the valley. Violet's mom and dad were gone, so Violet had the house to herself. Wiggle, Violet, and Minty decided that they had to save the valley from destruction. They've heard of the power of the neon pink dragon, a purple Pegasus, and a mint eater bug. So they went to the Black Lion, but they were too late. The chipcorns had... Wait, hold on. Let me read that last sentence again. They've heard of the power of the neon pink dragon, a purple Pegasus, and a mint eater bug, which they just happen to be. Okay. What did I come up with? The chipcorns were taking over the royal castle. They flew away as fast as they could. They flew to the library to look for a book about the legend. They finally found a big fat book that was so big it took all of them to lift it. On the way there, they saw a procession with Petrie leading and shouting, King King culprit, king culprit. His real name is Culprit. They all shouted at the same time. His real name is Culprit. Woo! Oh, so that's why I put it at the beginning. Or is it? Oh, I love when things come together in books. Well, when they got home, they sat the book on the table. Minty wanted to read the book, so Violet and Wiggle said this was a good idea. This is what she read. Number 1, stand in a triangle. Number 2, say to each other things you like about them. Number 3, do the friendship dance. Number 4, say rainbow friendship. Minty looked at the instructions one more time. That kind of reminds me of, what is it? The show about ponies. I can't remember what it's called. I used to watch it all the time. Friendship is magic. I don't know. Something about ponies. I don't know. Well, said Minty, we should probably try it out. We all know the friendship dance. All of them thought this was a good idea. They tried it several times before something happened. On the 7th try, a bow shot through the roof of the house. I meant an arrow. I don't think a bow shot through the roof of the house. That'd be weird. Wiggle was so shocked he fainted. Wiggle woke with a start. Violet was splashing water on his face, and Minty was reading the book. The sun had just set, and the only light was candles that Violet had lit and the moonlight that shone through the window. Then it says, the end, and I crossed out this part, but I'm going to read it anyways. It says, what will happen in the next chapter? Will Wiggle, Violet, and Minty save the valley? Will Culprit take over? Find out in the 2nd chapter. And I didn't cross the T. So you guys are probably like, well, what happened next? Or you guys are probably like, please don't read anymore. I don't remember. My brain was crazy then. Actually, the Minty bug, one of my friends came up with, and I decided to use it in my story. Yeah. Oh, what does this do? Bubbles. Sorry, I'm sort of new to this whole live stream thing. Da, 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 da. Now we're in a dream. Ooh, this is all a dream. What else? Glamour. Work it. Da, da. Oh yeah. This is just me being stupid. Beam. Beaming. 8 mm. 8 millimeters. Dawn. Like the soap? Okay. Document. Woo. Sepia. Silver screen. But John, how could you take all that money? Lisa, you know this was for your own good. No, I didn't know that. Well, you should. No, don't do this to me, John. I must. Takes knife out of back pocket. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Did you like my reenactment? Haunt. I'm a ghost. I'm the ghost of the lady who is. I'm the ghost of John's wife. In sketch. I'm sketch. Oh, guys, I'm sketchy. I'm sketch. Sketch, bruh. Okay, back to normal. Okay. So, now that you guys have got a glimpse of me being stupid, what else do you want to do? Oh, I said I would. Okay, I'm gonna read The Donkey Sorcerer. Has anyone said anything in the chat? I said show. Nope, because I don't have any friends and no one's watching. The Donkey Sorcerer, written by me. Oh, hello, Will.
Hello.
Have you come to join us for story time?
No, it's time to eat dinner.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll be right down after I read this story.
Okay.
Don't want to leave you guys hanging. It's a good story. Okay. The Donkey Sorcerer. This is a book I actually finished. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a young maiden. She had waist-long blonde hair and dark brown eyes. She lived with her rabbit, Nibbles, in an enchanted woods. The maiden's name was Jessie. Nibbles was white and fluffy with little black eyes and a pink nose. But don't let his fluffy demeanor fool you. He is very protective of Jessie. Jessie and Nibbles were not the only people who lived in this forest. There was a castle with high stone walls in it, and in it lived a king, his sorcerer, and the king's brother. In it lived a king, his sorcerer, and the king's brother. The king was quite young. He had short black hair and piercing green eyes. His name was King Terence. The sorcerer was very shady and was rarely seen, and no one knew his name. As for the king's brother, he had short, carrot red hair and blue eyes. His name was David. Our story begins on a sunny day. I like the story. Woohoo! I actually didn't like this story as much. I'm not done. I wrote this other story. I can't find it though. I feel like you guys would really like it. Okay. Jessie and Nibbles. Okay, so our story begins on a sunny day. Jessie and Nibbles were wandering through the forest when they saw a tall, burly man. When the man saw them, he ran at Jessie with a hostile look on his face. The burly man grabbed Jessie's arm. Nibbles was trying to bite the man's shin when an arrow came zipping out of the trees. It hit the man in the arm. He howled in pain, pulling the arrow out of his arm and ran away. Yelping as he went. Jessie picked up the arrow. On it, she was surprised to find a note that said the following: "Meet me in front of the castle." She looked it over and said, "Well, this person did save my life, so I might as well thank them." So she set off for the castle. When she got there, she saw a hooded figure. "I've been waiting for you," the figure said shadily. "Not for very long. You gave me the note 5 minutes ago," Jessie stated. "Okay, fine, not too long," the figure said. "Thanks for saving me back there," Jessie offered. "Of course. So what was a beautiful lady like you doing walking in the forest all alone for?" the figure questioned. "Whoa, back up. You just met me and you're already calling me beautiful," Jessie said. A bit of dread was coming from a little bit of a bit of dread was coming up Oh my gosh, I can't say the sentence. A bit of dread for coming here creeped up in her. I wrote this. Why can I not read it? If you must know, I was not by myself. I was with Nibbles. She pointed at the rabbit at her heels. Now let me see who you are. Jessie didn't want to be here too much longer. The hood slid off the figure's head, and Jessie stared. Under the cloak were bright blue lakes for eyes and fiery red hair. Jessie's heart gave a jolt. She thought it was probably time to go. Well, by then, she started to leave. But just then, there was a rustle in a near fern. Three sparkles of light burst from it, saying, "Don't go, don't go! He needs friends!" Jessie was taken aback. She had never seen fairies before, let alone shouted at by one. "Oh, okay," she stuttered. What? I don't get this. The fairies just come out saying, "Don't go, don't go! He needs friends!" Okay. After that, David, which was the boy's name, and Jessie became good friends until one day Jessie was walking with Nibbles and she heard a scream. She recognized it as David's because it sounded almost like a girl's. She and Nibbles ran toward the sound. As they came tearing into a clearing, they saw David lying on the ground at King Terence's feet, with a donkey at his side who seemed to be mumbling something, which seemed impossible to Jessie because who'd ever heard of a talking donkey? Nibbles was the first to act. He jumped at the king, biting him in the shin. The king fled, and the donkey ran after him. Jessie helped David to his feet. David seemed shaken, but pushy too. He told her to get out of the way and leave him alone. This was not like him. He was usually compassionate and let Jessie take care of his wounds and things. Days later, he was still the same way. He was getting worse too. David had stopped meeting up with her, and she had to go through the forest looking for him. The fairies were worried about David too. One day, David invited Jessie over. She was excited because he hadn't talked to her in a while. Jessie walked in the castle door, and it closed behind her, and all was dark inside. After a moment, a blue flame appeared from out of the darkness. "Hello?" Jessie said to the flame. "You've come?" a voice said. "Well, yes, I was invited here," Jessie stated plainly. "Who are you?" "Why, I'm your loving King Sorcerer, of course." A donkey moved into the light. A donkey. What is called the Donkey Sorcerer? Why did I name it that? Donkey moved into the light. Jessie's heart skipped a beat. A talking donkey? The very same one that was with the king when David was attacked. Jessie turned to leave. "You're not going anywhere," "You're not going anywhere," the donkey cried. The blue flame was blown out, and an urge to sleep came over Jessie. Jessie woke up to three bright lights. 3 bright lights, Nibbles and David. "What happened?" she said, sitting up. David spoke first. "We burst into the castle and saw you lying on the ground, with Terence and a donkey standing over you. We let the donkey go and locked Terence up in the dungeon." "The donkey was an evil sorcerer!" Jessie screeched. "Oops," the fairies said in unison. This may be a bad time," David said awkwardly, "but will you marry me?" "Oh well, why not?" Jessie said, leaping to her feet. They got married and lived happily ever after, even though the donkey sorcerer still runs free, and the moral of the story is, don't trust talking donkeys. Okay, so this story, we had to have ferns, berries, and a moral. My moral was, don't trust talking donkeys. Other people's were like, don't go off in the woods by yourself and all that. Yeah. Mine was weak, but I obviously have to go eat dinner. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Okay, I gotta get this end thing down.